Wait, in season 1, how many matches did Sima Auntie actually make? It wasn't 0, was it? No. Was it 0? Alright, welcome to Taste Take. If you're new here, I do movie and TV reviews. Give you a little background, just let you know if I think it's worth checking out or not. If that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button for your boy. For my regular taste takers, let's see my review of season 2. Get it? I said see my review, like see my review, but also like see my auntie. Never mind. Alright, quick little background here. This is season 2, so you already know what time it is. Season 2 is back and under the same direction of Smriti Mundhra, which I actually didn't know that she got the idea from this show because she actually hired Sima Auntie to be her matchmaker. Who knew? Now, season 1 was one of those shows that came out in like the height of the pandemic. So people were watching whatever they can get their sanitized little hands on. So you never know if season 2 is gonna keep that buzz alive. We're outside. But a lot of folks were talking about this show. There's a lot of controversy. There are a lot of people in that community that said that this show made light of the antiquated practice of arranged marriages. One that exposes the caste system. One that exposes colorism. But amidst all that little controversy, the show still got nominated for an Emmy. That's pretty cool. I don't know. There's 1.3 billion people in India. I don't think that it's fair to let this one little show be a representation of their whole country. Imagine if the world just judged Americans off like The Bachelor. People are here complaining about showing this arranged marriage process, then go and watch Married at First Sight every week. Like, make it make sense. I guess the real issue here is that we just need more Indian representation in movies and TV shows, but that ain't Indian matchmaking's fault. Anyway, this season is the same format as last season. We got some new cast members, we got some old cast members, but the name of the game is the same. Young singles working with India's top matchmaker to find love using biodata, astrology, and sometimes psychics. Let's get into this season's cast. Not like cast, like the cast, like just like the people on the show, like the characters. All right, I'm gonna break down the cast from the new season, but I'm pretty much gonna talk about them like you watched the show, because I gotta speak my full truth. Okay, I think I'm doing it in order of appearance. Let's see. First, we had Akshay. He calls himself a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, cool. He runs his family's chicken business, but he lives like in a way out there rural part of India. So most women don't want to move there. It makes it hard to find a match. What else do we need to know about Akshay? Oh, a lot of the times he'll say he's dated a lot of chicks, and that's a chicken joke. Then we had the return of Nadia. And if you watch my season 1 review, you can see that I was a big fan of Nadia. Then we got Nadia. What a treat. What a freaking treat. Damn, I look crazy. Like, why did I wear that polo? You know why I think I wore that? Because it was from Hitch. Like, he wore that in Hitch and he was like a matchmaker. It's like the same color. I think that's why I wore that. Damn, I came a long way. I was looking crazy. Anyway, let's just say I'm singing a whole new tune about Nadia. I've had enough. All right, let me explain. When we pull up in season 2 to see Nadia, we're in New Jersey and she's hanging out with Shaker. And Shaker is going to meet her family. Remember Shaker from last season? They went on that like boat ride in Chicago, like the little architecture tour. Things was looking good, things was smooth, so they followed up right where we left off. Everything was grooving along just fine at Nadia's house. They out there drinking 1942. Shaker brings over some Guyanese rum for the family. Got mad brownie points. Nadia's mom loves him. And also shout out to Nadia's mom. Yeah, so nice. She's so nice. And you know who else is nice? Freaking Shaker. Nadia's telling us if Shaker did some grand gesture or swept me off my feet, then maybe we could do something. What are you even saying? Then Nadia throws a mixer for all the singles. Sima pulls up, is lit. Shaker's there, and I thought they were there as a couple until the new young hotness pulls up to the party. This guy named Vishal pulls up and Nadia's hosting. So she's like, hello, welcome to the party. My name's Nadia. What's your name? He's like, I'm Vishal. Nice to meet you.
Later that same evening.
They're making out in front of Shaker.
That's cold.
This new guy is 7 years younger than Nadia, so like, obviously he's gonna play her. She tells Sima, hey, I like Vishal. And Sima, along with the rest of the freaking world, are like, what about Shaker? And she's like, nah, we off that. Sima tells Nadia, cut it off with Vishal. He's too young for you. It's not gonna work. And Nadia tells Sima, you don't know what you're talking about.
3 days later.
Vishal, who's from Brooklyn, flies all the way to California to tell Nadia that he doesn't like her anymore. She just tried to tell you, never mind. But let's rewind for a second. I'm sorry, I know I gotta go on to the rest of the cast, but this Nadia thing is just too juicy. So let's rewind for a second. Let's not forget that Nadia wasn't even gonna tell Shaker that it was over until Sima was like, you gotta tell Shaker. Now picture this, I need this to register. You're Shaker, you're a real nice guy. You think you're dating a real nice girl. She FaceTimes you to tell you that y'all weren't dating. She then gaslights you by saying she didn't feel a spark in Chicago after she told you she was coming to Chicago just as a friend. But let me get a little closer. This whole time, she's breaking your heart on FaceTime, all through the 5G. She's on a date with the new guy. You can't make this stuff up. What are you doing? They're about to hang up and she's like, all right, well, I gotta go now. We're about to order some food.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
What, you couldn't even get a free minute alone to talk to this guy, have a serious conversation, and crush his dreams? Shaker, if you're out there, you don't deserve that. And Nadia, that was cold. And to be clear, you can date whoever you want. You can date as many people as you want. You could work the freaking room, girl. I support that. The future is female. Do your thing. Take back the power. I support your journey. But don't try to blame this guy for why it didn't work out. You made him cry. Anyway, that was a long ass story about Nadia, but I had to get through that. So if you're still with me, I think we can move on. Then there was the return of Aparna. I'm trying to remember what I said about her last season. Aparna. Good Lord, where do they find this woman? Aparna is a super independent attorney from Houston. She always puts school and work first, but now she's in her mid-30s looking for a life partner. The problem is, she sucks. Oh yeah, she still sucks. In season 1, she lived in Houston. Now, she lives in New York City, so like, we're stuck with her. But now, instead of the 55-minute date time limit, she bumped it up to an hour and a half, so that's happening. We see her looking for apartments, and she's just as picky as when she's dating, which is crazy because she's always telling everybody that her and Sima didn't work out. Like, the process doesn't work for her, but like, you're treating the real estate agent the exact same way. So maybe it's time for a little self-reflection. I'm gonna move on to the next person in a second. I'm not gonna do a partner like I did Nadia, but I gotta get a couple things off. So there's a scene where like the real estate agent is like, all right, we got some nice views here of New York City, Down there is a nice bowling alley if you bowl. And she's like, yeah, like I'm a huge bowler.
1 week later.
Her first freaking date on the show. She's at a bowling alley, bowling with this guy. She didn't deserve that guy anyway. He was legit. And she's on the date, yawning in his face. Like on more than one date, she yawned in his face. If you yawn in my face on like one day, I'd be like, all right, maybe she's tired. If every date you're yawning, you gotta go. No, you gotta go. Then she's on TV telling the whole world that that's why she's so cool with Shaker, because he gets her. He doesn't like touching, and they don't even hug. And she likes that.
Soon after.
She's at Nadia's mixer, giving Shaker the biggest hug in hug history. Aparna is just, I think, 1,000% toxic. I mean, I guess I'm just kidding. Maybe she's just different. Then we got our second new cast member, Viral, from North Carolina. And shout out to North Carolina. Viral is probably my favorite of season 2. And I don't really know why. I guess she's just cool and down to earth. She's in that same kind of situation as Aparna. She's just less annoying. Like, got a good job, good house, good car. Well, I guess great job, great house, great car. Like, she has everything she needs except a man that she wants a man. So it's like guys get intimidated by all the stuff that she has. And she was my favorite, but I still gotta call her out. Sima hooks her up with a dude whose name is also viral, which is kind of weird, but if they got married, their wedding hashtag could be going viral, which is genius. Get it? It's like going viral, but it's viral. Ugh. Anyway, Viral, the guy, asks Viral, the girl, like, are you vegetarian? Like, cause he is. And she's acting like he asked her what color her underwear is. Like, she could not give a straight answer. She responds by saying,
I'm ovo-lacto-semi-vegetarian.
What the hell did you just say?
so he's like, what? Do you eat meat? And she's like, well, what do you define as meat? Girl, what are we doing here? That's like when Torre asked R. Kelly if he likes teenage girls, and R. Kelly said,
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
he's in a much better place right now. Anyway, then she goes on that other date with that go-kart guy, and she's mad that he doesn't look like his pictures. And it's not like he's out there catfishing. It's like just a little bit older of a pic, and she calls him out on it. And this guy's super nice too. He's just out there like, I'm sorry. Ugh, come on, man. Anywho, next up, we got another returning cast member, my man Pradhyuman. And I don't think he was my man last season, but he's cool now. He's also not really a part of the show because he's not in the process anymore. Because as soon as we see him, we find out that he got a partner. And let me tell you, his girl Ashima is 5 stars. Would recommend. If she was a part of the show, she would easily be my favorite. Move over viral is Ashima. In this season, Pradhyuman actually proposes to Ashima and they show the wedding. And when I tell you, like, listen, you know that wedding in Crazy Rich Asians? Think about it like that. But this was real. It had to be the most drippiest wedding in reality TV show history. This man had a whole elephant. It's crazy. Next wedding I go to, if they don't got an elephant, I'm taking my gift back. It's just as simple as that. Honestly, I can't even say enough about this. Like, it came out of nowhere too. Like, you're just talking to them, hanging, they propose, and then they show this wedding. Like, I don't even know where to start with that wedding. It was just cool to see, and I'm glad they added that as part of the show, even though he's not working with Sima anymore. It just shows like Indian culture, the clothing, the music, just the celebration. It is just crazy. It is good to see. Apparently Sima said that he saw 150 women in the matchmaking process, so damn. Well, it worked out. All right, next up, another new dude, Arsenal. This guy is a doctor living in Cleveland. This is a pretty nice guy. His parents are nice. Only little mini red flag with him is that he's kind of concerned about women seeing him with his turban on and not wanting to date him, which is fair. Like, you know, I'm wearing my turban, people might not feel comfortable, and that's all cool. But then when he goes on dates, he's not sure if he could date someone from India. Like, bruh, if you don't want people judging you for your headwear, try not judging people that come from another country. Oh, and by the way, you're freaking Indian. It's not like she's coming from Mercury. Moving on, we got Shatal. She's 38, living in New York City. Pretty cool girl, very similar vibe to Viral. She calls herself a high value woman, so it looks like she's on the Kevin Samuels starter pack. She went on some Sima dates, but she had the best luck with a doctor she met through her sister. Then we got Vinesh, easily the least aware person on the whole show. He lives in Miami, Florida, and I think he thinks he can get like a South Beach model. Like I said, this dude is the least self-aware dude on the whole show. And also just like not that cool. But his dates highlight one of the biggest issues plaguing our society today. It goes like global warming, Russia, and then this dude. He gives Sima Auntie this long list of traits that he's looking for, and she hooks him up with a girl that checks off a lot of those boxes, but he doesn't find her that attractive. Immediately friend zones her. The family likes her, she joking, she laughing, she having fun on the date. They're laughing and joking. On paper, it looked good. But no, we didn't have a real connection. I just get a friend vibe from her. You're not supposed to be friends with your wife first? But watch this. Then he goes on another date with this girl from LA who he finds very attractive. And I'm not gonna lie, she was. The only problem is she hated him because she knew what we all knew. He's kind of corny and he's weird on dates. They had the most boringest date maybe in TV history. Some of the cringiest moments I've seen in all my life. You can see like she's literally itching to get out of there. And like I'm just watching it like on the TV screen. Like I'm here on the couch and like she's on the TV screen over there. Like I'm seeing it like, oh, she want to go. He's right in front of her and he can't see that she wants to go. Like he thinks it's working. The date ends and he tells his brother, yeah, I think we have a real connection. I'd like to see her again. You idiot. And that's how I know love ain't blind. Like love has great vision. Love could read the bottom line at the eye doctor. Love is the James Webb telescope. You get the point. Like the things we're willing to overlook if we find something attractive. Imagine you go to the grocery store and you're walking, getting your stuff, you're getting some cereal, whatever, and then you feel in the back of your Achilles, boom, someone hits you with a little cart and you're like, ah, my leg. You turn around and it's like some woman you don't find attractive. You're like, damn, what the hell? Lady, watch where you're going. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Wow, it was an accident. I was texting and driving. And you're like, all right, don't let it happen again. Now, imagine you're walking in the same aisle. Boom, someone hits you, both Achilles. Ah, you fall down. But you find this girl attractive. She's a 10 out of 10. So dreamy. You're like, oh, no, it's cool, it's cool. It's, you know, these things are tricky. It's hard to drive them sometimes, like, because sometimes I'd be driving the cars. I might hit somebody too. We're willing to accept so many different things when we find someone attractive. And you watch this show and you see a lot of these guys and girls making excuses for the people that they find more attractive. And then if they don't find them attractive, I was looking for 5'8". I wanted more of a self-starter. I don't think they like dogs. If you want someone for their looks, just say that. All right, I think that mini rant is over. I didn't announce it as a mini rant, but it is indeed a mini rant. All right, so that's the whole cast. But you get to the very end of episode 8, and they introduce this British girl named Priya. We get to see her for like 3 minutes, and then the show's over. Like, what a freaking cliffhanger. Does this mean we get more seasons? What's up? So what's my take? I'm gonna give Indian Matchmaking Season 2 4.5 stars. I was a big fan of Season 1. I was invested in the characters, I learned a lot, and this season is low-key better. And the sad part is, I just don't think people are gonna watch it like they watched Season 1. Summer 2022 is a lot different than summer 2020. 2020 really did wonders for reality TV. Well, I guess damn near all TV. I just hope that the real fans of Season 1 come back to check out Season 2, so we can get more seasons. I know they're working on a Jewish matchmaking, which comes out sometime soon, but I just need a little bit more Indian matchmaking. There's just a lot of interesting themes that the show touches on. A lot of Americans live with the idea that you grow up, find love, get married, and start a family. But Sima Auntie says, first comes marriage, then comes love, which to most people sounds crazy. But did you know that Asian Americans have the lowest divorce rate? It's gotta mean something. One thing I liked about last season is how they would talk to those random couples like in between the scenes, and I'm glad they brought that back for Season 2. And when you hear from some of those older couples, it sounds crazy, like we met for 10 minutes, then we were engaged. Now here we are 30 years later, never been happier. What? Sima said it, the more options you have, the more confusing it gets. It's kind of like ordering food at Cheesecake Factory. That menu is like 10 pages. But if you go to Waffle House, you get it. The point is, people not from that culture of matchmaking may look at it and call it weird. But maybe people from that culture will look at this culture of endlessly swiping through thousands of profiles on dating apps as even more weird. One of the things that people that go to Sima for help on the show have a problem with is when they give their long list of things that they want. Tall, handsome, good job, good education, family-oriented, role model, all that stuff, right? So then Sima listens to all that stuff and she's like, all right, I'm gonna try to get you 60 to 70% of that. And they're always like, what? Why can't we get 100? I get what Sima is saying, but 60 to 70% just sounds so low. Like if I was shopping for a house and I told my realtor I want all these things and he's like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get you about 60% of these things. I'd be like, what? Just keep looking. But maybe that's the point. If he keeps looking, maybe I'll never find that house, or it will take years and years. So to Sima's point, do you want to get married or do you want to just search for that elusive 100 for the rest of your life? This is some deep existential stuff we got going on here. It's layers to this. That debate alone makes this show worth watching. Anyway, last couple notes on the show. When they film in India, there's obviously some singles in India that they show as well as the United States. Like they show some fire shots. Like when you watch shows about India or like movies, it's not always the nicest shots. It makes it look like a place that you'd want to visit. So shout out to like the cinematographers, like the direction, like they made India look fire. And the show got some good music too, so I was doing a little Shazam, you know. I guess the only thing I would add to the show is just talking about how much this stuff even costs, because from what I understand, it's not something that most people can afford. So let's crunch some numbers next season. Let's have a next season. Indian Matchmaking, Season 2. Low-key better than the first one. I was talking to the TV a lot, and I was like verbal. I was like, damn, Nadia, what the hell? Freaking virile. Be nicer. Ugh. It's just good. I think you'll like it, especially if you like the first one. You won't like this one. All 8 episodes are available right now, exclusively on Netflix. As always, thanks for checking out Taste Take. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. In the comments, just let me know what you think about the show. Do you think it's better than season 1? What do you think about the new cast members? What do you think about 60 to 70%? Is that something that is realistic, or is that just settling? Or should everyone just know that they should settle and that you can never get everything you want? Maybe are you married in the comments? You got everything you want? Your partner's probably not watching, so you could be, this is like a place, a safe space. You just be real and be true. Thanks for the time, y'all. Peace.